I just pray. I don't never want to let nobody ever feel this type of pain.
Terrible that we have to do this. I would have never thought that I would be burying my daughter before she buries me.
She want everybody stay close and wanted a lot of things out of life. She was going for it.
Dreams cut short. Police say Brunson, the victim of a homicide.
On September 24, 2022, Kania Brunson texted her mother before heading out to meet her married boyfriend. She walked out of her apartment that evening with plans to have one last conversation with him, a chance to finally end things and walk away. But he had already withdrawn cash, made concerning online searches, and decided that this meeting would end very differently than she imagined. Before we get into it, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Crime on Pulse so you won't miss the next case. Kania Brunson was born and raised in Wisconsin, and she grew up in a household filled with love from her mother Jennifer Meadows, her father Shantae Brunson, and her stepfather Cameron Meadows, who played a significant role in shaping her life. She stayed in constant contact with her parents, calling them throughout the day to share updates about her life, no matter how big or small. At 20 years old, Kania had dreams of working in orthodontics. That changed during a close friend's wedding preparations. While helping with hair and makeup, she realized she had a genuine gift for making people look and feel beautiful. That moment shifted her entire career path toward cosmetology. But beneath the surface of her close family bonds and career ambitions, Kania was hiding something major. She'd gotten involved with Sultan Shareef, a married man who was 53 years old. Nobody knows exactly how they connected, but Sultan's background told its own story. His criminal record went back decades to 1989, and by the time Kania got into a relationship with him, he'd already racked up 13 convictions. The relationship existed entirely in the shadows. Sultan's marriage meant everything had to stay hidden, and he controlled when and where they could see each other. He scheduled their time together around his family's schedule, creating this separate reality where Kania only existed when it was convenient for him. He constantly reminded her that nobody could know about them. At the same time, he made her feel like she mattered to him in ways others didn't. As months passed, who Sultan really was started showing through the cracks. The people around Kania picked up on changes. She started pulling away from social plans, always had her phone in her hand checking messages, and came up with reasons to cancel on friends at the last second. When they brought it up, she shut down the conversation. She was sinking deeper into something dangerous without fully recognizing it. Then in mid-September 2022, Kania found out Sultan was going after other young women behind her back, so she decided to do something about it. She started writing out everything she planned to tell his wife. She told her best friend what she was about to do. Somehow Sultan got wind of it. His response was strategic. He reached out directly to Kania's mother, Jennifer.
He goes on to say, I want to be done messing with your daughter, but she's reaching out to my wife.
Crafting a message that painted Kania as unstable and aggressive, trying to control the narrative before Kania could. After that, things took a turn.
Criminal charges filed this week, 1 month after the life of a 20-year-old Milwaukee woman came to a violent end. CBS 58's Michelle Fiore sat down with the victim's parents today, and she joins us now live in the studio. Michelle.
Bill, Kania Brunson's mom calls her daughter her best friend. 2 men face charges, but the criminal complaint points to lies others told, and for that, Kania Brunson's mom is pressing ahead.
She actually taught me how to put on eyelashes and do my eyebrows. I wasn't even there 30 minutes and they called and told me her car was found. And I knew then, at that point, like something happened to her.
Sultan started showing up everywhere. Surveillance footage from Kania's building captured his vehicle circling through the parking lot, sometimes late at night, sometimes early in the morning. She blocked his phone number, but then her phone kept ringing from lines she'd never seen before. Her co-workers at the salon mentioned seeing a car parked across the street with someone just sitting inside, watching the entrance. Bank statements also showed that he'd made a significant cash withdrawal around this same time. At 7:30 p.m. on September 24th, surveillance footage captured Kania walking out of her apartment building. She genuinely believed she was going to sit down with Sultan, say what needed to be said, and close this chapter of her life permanently. But Sultan had already made up his mind about how things were going to go. By 8:45 p.m., they met up at a secluded spot Sultan had chosen. Then at 9:12 p.m., a call came into 911. Carvester Carver, someone who'd known Sultan for years, happened to drive by and noticed Sultan's car at a weird angle. Something felt off, so he got closer to check it out. What Carver saw was disturbing. Kania was restrained while Sultan attacked her. When Carver tried to intervene, Sultan pulled out a weapon and sped off with Kania still in the vehicle. Carver immediately called 911, staying on the line and giving dispatchers a description of the car along with the partial license plate number he'd seen. First responders got to the location Carver reported by 9:30 p.m., but Sultan and Kania were long gone. Milwaukee police started searching the surrounding areas, but they were working with limited information about what they were actually dealing with. The next morning, Justin Fields was making breakfast in his kitchen when he noticed smoke rising from the alley behind his house. He figured someone was burning trash back there. But the smoke kept getting thicker and he started to feel uneasy about it. He went outside to check and saw something that looked like a figure, but it didn't look right. Justin grabbed his phone and called 911 right away to report what he'd found. Police arrived quickly and began securing the scene. Initially, the only thing connecting this discovery to a missing person was Kania's car, found abandoned roughly a mile away from where Justin had seen the smoke. The location seemed random at first, but investigators soon realized that it was intentional. The medical examiner's report confirmed the victim was Kania Brunson. She'd been shot and someone had deliberately lit her up. Detectives started piecing things together. They connected Kania's abandoned vehicle to what was found in that alley, and both locations gave up evidence that pointed investigators towards Sultan Shareef. What investigators didn't realize at that moment was that Sultan had already gone back home, acting like September 24th had been just another regular evening. As the investigation continued, detectives pulled Sultan's internet search history and went through his credit card statements. What they found painted a clear picture of someone who'd been planning and preparing. When detectives sat down with Sultan's wife, she gave them what sounded like a solid alibi. According to her, Sultan had been home the entire evening, sitting on the couch with her watching TV during the exact time frame in question. At first, it seemed like a solid alibi, but investigators quickly found inconsistencies in her story. Cell phone tower records placed Sultan's phone in the area where the incident occurred, directly contradicting every word his wife had said. In addition to that, security cameras in their own neighborhood had recorded his car leaving their driveway around 7 p.m. and not coming back until after midnight. When confronted with the evidence, Sultan's wife finally told the truth. She admitted she'd lied to protect him. She told investigators that Sultan had called her after everything happened and told her exactly what to say if police came asking questions. This revelation was huge because it proved Sultan had been trying to manipulate the investigation from the very beginning. But Sultan hadn't acted alone. Phone records showed he'd called his brother-in-law, Johnny Hopgood, immediately after his initial confrontation with Kania. Johnny showed up within minutes to help Sultan try to cover his tracks. After the incident, Sultan and Johnny tried to cover their tracks. They transported her to an alley near Keefe Avenue and Palmer Street and set it on fire. When detectives interviewed Sultan and Johnny separately, their stories didn't line up. They gave conflicting explanations about why Johnny had rushed over to help that night. Eventually, Johnny cracked under the pressure of interrogation. He admitted his role in helping destroy evidence and gave investigators insight into Sultan's state of mind that night, during and after what happened to Kania. By the time prosecutors brought their case before a grand jury, they'd collected more than 300 individual pieces of evidence and gathered statements from different witnesses. The evidence clearly showed premeditation and an attempt to cover up what happened. In October 2022, Sultan Shareef was formally charged. His bond was set at $500,000. Johnny Hopgood was also charged with his bond set at $50,000. The trial began in December 2023. Milwaukee County prosecutors presented their case piece by piece. Carver's testimony about what he witnessed that night was critical. Sultan's wife's admission that she'd lied to give him an alibi made things worse for him. After 8 days of testimony, the jury came back with their decision. Guilty on all charges. Kania's father, Kania Brunson, shared memories of the plans they'd made for her future.
I never want to let nobody ever feel this type of pain.
She wanted everybody to stay close and wanted a lot of things out of life. She was going for it.
He mentioned that he still sometimes drives by beauty schools and for a brief moment, forgets that she's gone. Judge David Swanson sentenced Sultan on February 15, 2024. He received life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 12 years.
A judge sentenced Sultan Shareef to life behind bars for the homicide and mutilation of a corpse. He will not be eligible for release. This homicide happened in September of 2022. Investigators found the body of 20-year-old Kania Brunson near Palmer and Keefe. Another man has also been charged in connection to this case. His charges were pleaded down to misdemeanors.
Johnny Hopgood got a deal for cooperating with investigators. He pleaded guilty to reduced charges and received time served plus 10 years of probation. Exactly 1 year after Kania's passing, on September 24, 2023, her family gathered at McGovern Park in Milwaukee for a memorial.
A Milwaukee family is grieving tonight in honoring the life of 20-year-old Kania Brunson. 1 year ago today, her body was discovered near Keefe Avenue and Palmer Street. 12 News' reporter Emily Pofall is live tonight at McGovern Park where the family is gathering. Emily, it is a very emotional day for this family.
Syria, the family says that, yes, a year has gone by, but it feels like just yesterday they first heard about Brunson's murder. Family and friends gathering today for a balloon release this afternoon. All pink, one of Brunson's favorite colors. They're remembering her as an outgoing young woman who had a bright future ahead of her. Police say Brunson spent the morning of September 24th, 2022 with Sultan Shareef. MPD believes Shareef killed her later that day. Police say Shareef and another man, Johnny Hopgood, burned her body. Shareef has not been convicted in her murder yet, something that family says is keeping them from being at peace.
It's some comfort that to know that, we have the suspects and, they are being charged. But yet and still with the court system, kind of headache, pushing stuff back, rescheduling everything. And, that's what's keeping, us for not having all the peace we want.
Pink balloons, Kania's favorite color, were released as family and friends came together to honor who she was and what she meant to them.
Thank everybody for y'all prayers, y'all condolences, and y'all help. My baby love hard. She loves her family. She loves her brothers. She loves her sisters. Baby had a lot. A lot of life left.
Wow, that's yours.
That's mine. My baby from us.
Right here, where K-John at?
I'm glad
K-John,
all here to show
come over
Kania how much we love her. And that we're going to do justice for her. That we do have somebody to justice. But I want everybody to have something to do with this. So I ask y'all to please love y'all loved ones. Please love y'all daughters, sisters, mamas.
yes.
Please, I'm asking y'all for me. Love them. Please. Make a way. If you can't talk to them, find a close relative that can talk to them. We got to keep everybody together. We got to keep everybody here, especially our daughters, these young women. I just pray. I don't never want to let nobody ever feel this type of pain or go through this no more. And I vow to my baby girl that I'm going to bring her justice. And I'm always going to stand up and do the right thing. If I ever see anything else happening like this in the community, please don't be scared to say nothing. Please, I don't know what the perception of being a rat, being a snitch. Just imagine if it was your mother, your sister, your daughter, your cousin, anybody. You would want answers, you would want their help.
That's right.
We are all community. All right? We are all family, some way, somehow. So on that note, I want y'all to love each other. Please, just love each other. Keep each other close. Daddies, uncles, brothers, please watch out these little girls and your sisters and your nieces. Please. Right now, if anybody has something to say, want to say or about my baby girl,
I get phone picture.
y'all want to share something? I just want to say I love you, Kania. I love you. I miss you so much. Love you. Love you, Kania. Love you, Kania. Much love. Say love, Kania. Love you, Kania. Love you, Kania. Let my baby know that we got her and everything gonna be all right. 1, 2, 3. Justice for Kania!
Oh my God, we should have went up. All right, get the
That's still a blessing. It's still a blessing. We see him. We see him. We see him.
Today, I'm still feeling the same grief. Our family's still feeling the same grief.
Hanging on to each other for love and support, especially as they still wait for peace and justice.
This case leaves questions that don't have simple answers. What made Sultan believe that hurting her was somehow a better option than dealing with the fallout of his own choices? Why did his wife lie to police about where he was that night? She could provide him with a fake alibi after finding out about years of cheating. Was the infidelity really what bothered her most? Or was she testing him somehow, forcing him to prove his loyalty to her by choosing her over everything else, even his own freedom? The world keeps spinning and so does crime. Stay observant, listen to your instincts, and don't ignore the warning signs. I'll see you in the next case on Crime on Pulse. Thanks for watching.